Remember when they told us that energy would be free? In the 1950s, the chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission said a famous phrase: "Our children will enjoy electricity too cheap to meter." Think about that. We honestly believed that the split atom was a magic wand. We designed the Ford Nucleon, a car with a small nuclear reactor in the trunk. You could drive 5,000 miles without stopping. No gas stations, no pollution, just pure, clean science. We thought every house would have a mini-reactor in the basement. Cold in winter, just crank up the atom. It was a beautiful dream of infinite abundance. We were ready to become gods of energy. So, why am I still paying my electricity bill? Here is the dark truth. The atomic dream was actually a marketing campaign. After Hiroshima in 1945, the world was terrified. So, in the 50s, governments tried to rebrand the bomb. They called it Atoms for Peace. They tried to turn the ultimate weapon into a household appliance. But the fear never left. While engineers drew atomic cars, Hollywood gave us Godzilla, a monster born from radiation. We tried to pretend the atom was our friend, but deep down, we knew it was a killer. And then, Chernobyl happened. Boom, the mask fell off. The friendly atom was a lie. We realized that you can't domesticate a dragon, so we banned the dream forever. But let's say we weren't scared. Could we actually build a nuclear car? Physics says no. Here is the problem: shielding. A nuclear reaction spits out neutrons that, well, kill you instantly. To stop them, you need lead, a lot of lead. To make a driver safe in a nuclear car, you would need a 50-ton lead box. Imagine a Ford that weighs as much as a tank. It would crush the asphalt. Plus, thermal management. A reactor is basically a glorious tea kettle. It makes heat to boil water. Where do you put the cooling tower on a sedan? If you crash a gas car, you get a fire. If you crash a nuclear car, you get a dirty bomb in the middle of Manhattan. It was never an engineering possibility. It was a suicide mission. So, the technology failed, but the aesthetic? Oh, it is immortal. We call it atom punk. Look at the Fallout games. Rusty American chrome, 50s music, and cheerful robots in a wasteland. But there is another side. Look at Atomic Heart, the Soviet version of the dream. Perfect science, flying cities, weird polymers, a utopia where machines serve humans in harmony. Why do we love these worlds? Because they represent an era of naive optimism. In those worlds, humans solved everything with science. We play these games because we miss that confidence. We drink Nuka-Cola and fight robots because reality turned out to be boring and safe. Well, as safe as possible, of course. But more on that later. So, what is the conclusion? We got scared. And frankly, maybe we were right. But look at the price we paid. Because we rejected the atom, we had to keep burning dead dinosaurs. Coal, oil, gas. We chose dirty but safe over clean but scary. We could have had a carbon-free world by 1980. Instead, we got global warming and smog. We are still digging rocks out of the ground to burn them, like cavemen. The atomic age didn't end. It just never started. But if we can't control the climate inside our engines, maybe we can control the climate of the whole planet? In the next episode, weather control. Why don't we live in cities under giant glass domes? And that is just my subjective opinion. And no matter what we do, life is a dangerous thing in general, you know? The price of progress has always been blood. Even when radiation was first discovered. Many people died back then from radiation sickness, until we understood what we were dealing with. The more discoveries we make, the more knowledge we still need to explain. Humans cannot predict all the consequences, and that is normal, because we are not gods. And even AI right now doesn't know us thoroughly enough to calculate all of this. Too many factors. Truth is born in subjective opinions. Do not be afraid of yours. And to lighten the mood a bit, here is my cat. Thanks for watching, friends. This was Chronicles of Transition, Episode 2. My name is Dima. See you soon.